All right, everybody, welcome on back. It's Barstool Darts. I'm sitting here with a young phenom, 17 years old. His name is Luke Littler, and he's taken the dart world by storm. We don't follow darts the way we should here in the United States, for whatever reason. But I can tell you that since I started working at Barstool, I've been going to the darts and MSG every year, and it's probably one of the most fun times that you can have at a sporting event. So try to get your ass to MSG this weekend, watch it on DAZN, and I'm gonna tell you all about this young son of a bitch. 17 years old. 17 years old. He looks a little bit older than that because darts takes a lot out of you. But he's considered one of the finest dart players in all the world, and he just won the Premier League championship last week, correct? What's the check that you got for winning that Premier League championship?
275,000.
275,000 pounds.
Yeah. And I got 40,000 in bonuses.
Right. All right. So 310,000 is what he had taken home last week for playing some darts. We talk about who the best dart players in the world are, right? And the best dart player in the world, considered right now number one, is what's his name?
Luke Humphries.
Yeah, Luke Humphries. Luke Humphries is starting to become your nemesis. He beat you in what would be considered the World Championship, right? So he beat you in the World Championship, then you came back and you beat him in the Premier League Championship. Yeah. So that's become quite a rivalry within the world of darts. Yeah, you seem like you are absolutely straight up and down 6 o'clock. You don't get rattled or anything. Has it always been this way?
Always.
Okay.
Just like playing on a stage in front of thousands of people.
Yeah, and it's unbelievable because when you guys go to these events, it's not golf. It's not, very respectful golf clapping. It's assholes like my guys out there, Mush and Hubs and Greersy and Jack. They're all there with wild fucking hats on, screaming their ass off. They run out of beer every year. They sell this thing out. While these guys are competitively throwing darts, it seems like it's very, very high pressure. When was the first time you threw a dart?
When I was 18 months.
18 months old?
On a magnetic board.
Okay, I was about to say, that's terrible fucking parenting. Imagine that. And then by the time you worked yourself up to real pointed darts or whatever it is, how old are you?
4.
4 years old. So you've been at this, not that you started at 4 years old, but so you've been at this for quite some time.
Yeah.
So has your dad ever used you to make money? Has your dad ever tried to play competitive darts and said, you know what, I just hurt my arm. Let's double the stakes. I'm gonna have my 10-year-old kid come in and replace me. Has he ever done that to make a couple bucks?
No.
Good, I'm glad that he's not pimping you out. I wanna see, when I put up this dartboard, by the way, we spare no expense here at Barstool Sports. That's straight off Amazon with the mounting strips. But look at the darts that they gave me. Fucking disgraceful. So I asked Luke to bring along some of his own. Let me see yours. Are these anyway, other than the fact that they have Luke the Nuke on the flights, are these special in any way?
They're just designed for myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, and they're perfectly weighted for you?
Yeah.
By the way, these things really are a piece of shit. And how do you know about the weighting of darts? Is it one of those things, like a Thanos thing, where they're perfectly balanced? So would you be able to throw this, or is that just disgusting in your hand?
That just feels weird.
That's just weird, right? All right, so I'm gonna ask you to throw a couple of darts just so people are seeing what we're cooking with. I know how good you are. What's the toughest shot on the board outside the court for you to hit? What's your toughest shot?
Double 9.
Tim, what's the easiest shot for you to hit?
Double 10.
Double 10, okay, so double 10 is right here. So this is the easiest, this is the hardest. So one of the toughest shot for you to hit is a double 9. I won't ask you to hit that because I don't want to put any pressure on you. I want you to hit a double 10, which you said is your favorite shot to hit. I'm dangerously close to the board, and I know the pressure of being with me isn't getting to you. I know the pressure of me isn't getting to you. Give me a double 10 right now. That's right here. There you go. There's a double 10. So that's one of the easiest things on the board for you to hit, right? And obviously the 180 is the one that everyone goes absolutely bananas for.
Yeah.
And that's a perfect throw, right? Or what's
perfect 3 darts.
And you're the youngest kid to do that in a couple of different competitions. So you were 14 years old when you threw your first one, or when you threw your first one in competition?
First one in competition.
Okay, so how old were you when you threw a perfect 9 darter? The first time?
13.
Really? Okay.
When we went into COVID.
Do the older guys who you play with, do they hate you? Like, do they hate the fact that you're this successful at 17 when everybody else there is sort of my age, right? Because darts, there aren't too many like young bucks like you in the game. So those guys hate you? Did they take you into the fold and make you best friends? What's the relationship you have with some of the guys that you throw against?
Some of them, I don't know, might be jealous.
Okay. Do you consider them friends? Do you have any like close friends on the on what would be, I don't know, essentially the tour?
Nathan Aspinall, another professional.
Okay. How old's he? He's done so much better.
32.
Okay. So
so.
still a relatively young man for darts.
Yeah.
How exciting is it for you to be over here throwing these in the United States? Throw around with.
I can't wait.
Okay.
Obviously it's at MSG and me being a big sport fan, watching the UFC.
Okay, yeah,
So-
exactly. All right, so then what's the conditioning like? Like neither of us are in peak athletic form. I don't think anyone is gonna have us take our shirt off and pose for an action figure. But what's the conditioning for you? Like I'm gonna sit there in Madison Square Garden and watch you throw darts for how long? How long will you be up there throwing for the night? Is it like a 2-hour type thing?
It's only first to 6, so
Okay.
probably,
Oh, that's bullseye.
I don't even know.
I'm just gonna go nuts for me. That's awesome. So then
10
how long
minutes.
will you actually be throwing?
Depends, like 10 minutes, max.
And it's just that one motion where you kind of,
Just constant.
yeah, so show it to me. Show it to me how, because I see these guys, as soon as the dart leaves their hand, it's right back and it seems like it's a fluid motion. Because as the night goes on, I would assume that your arm starts to get a little bit heavier and it affects the way you throw, right?
Not really, because just getting adrenaline.
Okay, the adrenaline gives it, so give me the stroke. Let me see what a good darts stroke is, or a good form. And that's ideal. So can you throw it either hand?
I can't throw my left.
Okay, so you're strictly right-handed.
Yeah.
So how's this form? It's not a little form, right?
It's all right.
It looks like I've thrown darts before, right? Which I have.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So what's the prize money? Why are you here? What are you looking to do at Madison Square Garden this weekend? Is it just the title? Is there some prize money involved?
£30,000.
Okay.
20.
20?
20,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, $20,000, I'm assuming. Right? So-
£20,000, sorry, yeah.
Oh, pounds, okay. Yeah, so 20,000 pounds just to throw it in the thing. So at 17 years old, you just made 300 grand, and you're gonna make another 20 grand this weekend. What are you doing with all this money?
I just give it to my manager and he'll put it into my business account.
Okay, and socking it away. Do you still live at home?
Yeah.
Okay. How long is that gonna last before you go and you get the Luke Littler bachelor pad that's gonna blow it out? Can you see yourself doing this forever? Throw a couple. Like, what else would you do if you weren't playing darts?
Probably rugby or something.
All right, so the 2 triple 20s and a 20, right?
Mhm.
Okay. What's the warm-up like? Is there something where you can just go cold? Because I basically just got you off the street and I'm like, go ahead, go hit me a double 10, like that type of thing. Is there a warm-up process for you guys?
Yeah, we have like a backstage and we'll have a practice.
Is there a lot of drinking back there?
No comment.
Okay, I hear you. That's perfect. What a great comment, my man. All right, I'm going to bring in a bunch of hooligans from Barstool, if that's okay. I'm not going to have them use your darts. I'm going to have them use mine.
Yep.
And we're going to rate them one at a time. And all I need you to do is be brutally honest and give them a 1 through 10. Make sense? Okay. Is anyone here to throw darts?
Yeah.
Is anyone good at it?
Unbelievable.
Marty, come on in. So what I want you to do is I want to give these guys a couple of my darts. Your darts are too expensive. I'll give everybody 3 throws, and at the end you rate them 1 to 10. All right? Marty's probably one of the best athletes I've ever seen.
How much is your darts?
Right, Luke.
How much?
How much they cost?
Guess. 102.
Oh my God.
Luke, can you just show them what a true dart player, what their form looks like? All right, so that's good grouping, right?
For the love of God, Marty, please don't kill me.
I'm gonna hit you over the head.
Hi, buddy. I don't know what your coordinating
How
is
do you
like.
feel about a little arc on it?
Do what you
He
do.
doesn't give a shit.
Luke, before you judge that, does everyone agree that that's probably more feminine than you would have expected from a dude?
I didn't
right?
expect that, but that was all right.
You kind of liked
That was
it, right?
okay.
You
Holy shit, look at that.
I told you.
Yeah.
I don't go
Fucking
hard.
compliment
I don't
out
go
there.
hard.
You're up next. 1 to 10, Marty Mush, what do you rate it?
Give him a 6.
Give him a 6. This is a tough crowd. That's
Holy shit.
okay.
Yep.
Brings the average down a little bit, right? Not too bad, Ainsley. So give me scale of 1 to 10. I know you don't want to be mean, but I'd rather if you were. How do we rate Ainsley's dart throwing abilities?
2.
That's a 2. Yeah. Big Ev, you're up?
Take that.
Yes, that's not too bad.
Come on.
I'm a bullseye guy.
Yep.
Sideways, but it doesn't.
Yeah, that's a bullseye guy.
Oh.
What? You're still far away.
That's not too bad, though. Right, but now you've seen, he's kind of jumping at it, right?
Yeah.
It's not all arms, he threw a lot of body in it. What do you rate a guy like Big Ev?
Give it 6.
Give him Up next, we're going to have Jeff Weber.
I need a beer in my hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
A pint.
He's 17 years old, please.
Oh, sorry. In England, what's the drinking age?
It's 18.
He's
right there.
he's
Yeah.
good.
He can't wait to have his first beer.
Oh!
Look at how he holds it. Like a baby bird.
pretty
That's
fucking
what he's
good.
doing.
Is that a bullseye?
That was
That's a
pretty
bullseye.
good.
Okay, all right.
Bullseye. He holds it like a baby bird. A lot of respect for the dart. What do you give Jeff Weber?
Give it 5.
I got a bullseye.
Hey, listen, Jeff, I gotta be honest.
What does a bullseye mean to you?
He's the professional.
What does a bullseye mean?
So now you know the deal with this guy, Jack? So he lost the world championship. And then he goes in the Premier League champion and it beats the gentleman.
I've seen all the videos.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
You got like 18 blogs.
I wrote every single blog.
Oh,
Not
no.
bad. Bad start. Okay.
No. Oh my God. Dude, I'm barely hanging on.
Don't throw too hard.
Luke,
Give me a fucking.
what do you give this guy?
Put me over him.
There's no
No, I've got a half it free.
Oh, yeah. You're up.
Across the pond, you do all this. We play baseball over here.
So,
Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
okay.
I shouldn't have been there at all. Yeah. It's a big baseball guy.
That's a 1.
That's a one. Only left-handed one so far here.
He's also tall. He's dunking the ball.
No elbow rolls like in pong?
No.
And what do you give that?
Goes to 7.
There we go.
Practicing
all day. These are my home guys. Thanks very much, guys, for coming in. All right, so a roller coaster for you over the last 6 months, basically. One of the reasons why you're not ranked higher in darts is because you've been doing it professionally for only 6 months, right? So I think the last shot that I saw, you were ranked in and around 25 or 26,
25
correct?
in the minute.
But that's going to change very, very soon as you start to amass more stuff. But in that little 6-month time, on top of winning hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is awesome, by the way. You gotta feel great about that. What's some of the weird stuff that's happened to you? On top of meeting people like me who mean nothing, who have you met who've meant something?
Just the United.
Oh, the Man U squad. That's fucking huge.
Went to the training ground. Met Sir Alex Ferguson at a United game.
Yeah.
David Beckham dropped me a DM.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad thing, right? He's creeping into your DMs. So from here, we kick ass in New York. What's the next stop for this 17-year-old dart player?
Well, next week I go away to Orlando for a holiday.
Okay.
And then I come back on the Tuesday the following week, and then the next day we fly out to Poland.
And you're playing in Poland?
Yeah.
Does darts have a season, or do you play all year round?
There's no off season.
There is
so
no
you
off
just pick
season.
and choose when you want competitions off, and if you want a weekend off, then just pull out of it.
I spoke to your mom and dad, and they were talking to me about how impactful you've been to kids, particularly in and around the UK. And it's just a matter of time before it gets here into the United States. What does that mean to you? I think they're starting a darts academy or something over there. So tell me about that, and tell me how it's now, on top of trying to go up against these, I don't know, titans of the sport, you're also dealing with being a 17-year-old kid who's now a role model. How difficult is that, and what are you doing for the kids back there who are your fans?
I've been going to an academy called St. Helens Darts Academy for years and years. I don't go anymore, but I do go in there and see what the kids are doing, see how well they're improving. Mm-hmm. And I think we've got about 80 to 90 kids playing every Monday.
Really?
And there's about 50, 60 on the waiting list.
Okay.
Waiting to get in.
Is that how you got your start playing in like an academy like that? Or were you, and I'm not saying anything illegal, were you playing in bars at 11 and 12 years old? Because that's where I've never thrown a dart outside of a bar until today. So is it one of those things where your dad would bring you in? Your dad would kind of sit down and have a couple of pints while you go in there and just make a bunch of money taking, dough off of guys like me?
We just started getting involved with the Tuesday league, Wednesday league, and Thursday league.
Right.
And yeah, I did go to play pubs.
Okay, and you wipe people out there, right? I mean, there isn't anybody who isn't a professional that you don't feel comfortable with just coming in and absolutely wiping the fucking floor with, correct?
Yeah.
All right, good. I love that. So this is Luke the Nuke Littler. This is the face of darts, not only right now, but probably for the foreseeable future, unless they pay him so much money, he goes into a downward spiral of drugs and debauchery, which you shouldn't do. So it's a pleasure meeting you. I wish you best of luck, and I'll see you at MSG in a couple
Thank you.
hours. You're the man. Luke Littler right there.